All right. Very good day to you. Thanks for waiting, guys. Sorry about that. All right. So over the weekend, I've been recording all the training videos and stuff like that. So glad to share that in 2018 we actually have a breakthrough to able to teach anyone. Our youngest student is only 14 years old without any financial background to able to trade the foreign exchange market. So and that can be done within a day. So it's a huge breakthrough. And that session we are running at 1598 USD. So in this COVID-19, I understand that a lot of people is staying at home and maybe at the verge of losing their job, or right now they have nothing to do, or they are worried they are going to lose their job. What you can do is actually to point them to our these trade ideas. So as long they are an active subscriber, and if they subscribe now, they will able to receive the online training forever. Yeah, so it was only just the trade ideas, and right now we have include this fantastic software that you can see over here. It works from TradingView and MetaTrader 4 and 5. Personally, I would recommend that you use it on your MetaTrader 4 and 5 that you are trading with your broker. Alright, so it is not broker specific. You can trade with any brokers and it can be used. Alright, so let us get going and get started. Alright, so on the daily chart on euro dollar, it is right now on a sideways increased volatility movement. Okay, so meaning to say that it is right now have a market expansion and right now going to a sideways consolidation. So the prevailing trend, or rather the trend that's running the entire movement over here, is not junk actually. It is actually very, very nice. Later I can plot this trend line for you to see. Very, very it follows a clear pattern and stuff like that, and is tradable. So although right now the market do not have a direct, or rather a distinct trend based off the daily chart, but on the same time frame you can see that with a bigger bearish candle and overall is more black than white, the overall strength is a bit tilted towards the shorting opportunity. To the 4-hour chart, we can see that this is the spike high, and this is recognized by the software. We have a bearish movement, a retracement, and came back down, and we have a bit of retracement towards the upside of this bearish move. So some traders will say, hey, it's going bullish. What? All right, on this time frame, definitely not, because first on the 4-hour we have not have a distinctive trend yet, because this is the one that break the high as well as breaking the low. Okay, so we need a break and close below the low price, but see what happened. Neither the high or low was broken. So right now it's still on a consolidation period. So we can't say definite that it's a trend, but it's tilted towards the bearish side. As I've mentioned earlier on the daily chart, you can judge by the numbers of black and white candles on my chart and the length of it. Alright, down to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, this is what we have. A 1-hour chart is a very different story. This is the last leg of the bearish movement. See the pattern plot by itself, fantastic. Alright, so right now we spotted a pattern without us even drawing it. Alright, but guys, focus on here first, yeah. So this is the last bearish movement. So this is the previous high. Market break and close above the high price over here. Keep on breaking the high. And over here as well, over here as well. So on the 1-hour chart, it is on a bullish trend. Down to the daily chart, let me just share with you my analysis. My analysis is that there is a potential godly pattern as promised just now. I did talk about this consolidation over here. Can you see? Oops, what happened? Let me just highlight again. Alright, from here to here, this is one of the consolidation level. Okay, and the other one is, have you spotted it yet? This level. So as it consolidate, it will definitely meet, meaning to say that it will definitely break out as well. So one thing that is for sure for traders is once the market consolidate, it will definitely have a breakout. So you just have to wait. Let me just extend this a bit, and we will see the relevance in other time frame as well. Okay, and we will hide it on the time frame that it doesn't make sense. Okay, so on the 4-hour chart, it worked very nicely. So in fact, on this 4-hour is even nicer and better, much clearer to a lot of traders. You can do a bit of fine adjustment, but that's about it. When you go to the 1-hour, don't do any more adjustment. Yeah, so a gradient, a normal gradient is between 30-ish to 45 degrees there about. Okay, so you know that it's not too extreme. Of course, there are accelerated trend lines and stuff like that. That's the other topic. On the 1-hour chart, it seems like it fit in perfectly as well. Okay, so this was plotted by myself, a bullish bad pattern that has reached the first target and heading towards the second, and when it's near the second target, it starts to have this crab pattern. Okay, it's not deep crab, it's crab pattern. So it is a good consideration. Always it is a good practice to actually trace the pattern out. All right, and to some of you, you might want to hide it. You can hide the software, which is fine. So over here, I know what I'm waiting for. Okay, as long as the market have not reached the first target, which is here. Okay, and you can see how nicely this trade actually sets up. This as we say that the entire trend is a bullish trend, it is for a buying opportunity, or rather buyers, they are riding on the trend. However, it doesn't mean that you cannot short. So in this example, I find that it's pretty perfect in this setup because of this interesting thing. Have you spotted why? You want to key in the answer on TradingView? Alright, as you are keying in, like, do it right now because there's a bit of latency. So I won't spill my answer and will not wait. If not, the waiting time will be too long. Just key that in. Okay, so what's nice about this is because over here we have a sideways consolidation. So consolidation, it will always break out, and once it's break out, let's say I'm looking for a selling opportunity, I won't want to hold my trade if it go beyond this red line. Make sense? Okay, so if I zoom out a bit and see the relevance of this trend line, it is still relevant in a way that I do not have a lot of candle even on a 1-hour time frame, 3 time frame away. It doesn't just cutting it and breaking it and flirting with the trend line, which is what I like about it. So what I can do over here, I can first do a right click over here, add an alert. So in fact over here there's already 1, 2, 3 trading opportunity, or rather 3 different trading ideas. So I'll spend a bit longer time over here. Yeah, trend line break. So this is one way, waiting for the break of trend line, a retracement to trade towards the direction of the break. And of course over here, so the color was swapped. Yeah, anyway. So right click over here to set an alert, and this will be the same alert. So I did a copy and paste. Okay, perfect. So once I have this break, I will know what to do. And for me, I pretty color coded blue for buying opportunity. Okay, maybe it's too light. Choose something slightly darker. All right, and or rather the shades of blue. Yeah, and over here this is red for shorting opportunity. Alright, so first idea is waiting for a break and close above the high, or break and close below the low, a retracement and trade towards that direction. That's one. The second is definitely waiting for the check back over here. Alright, so once I set this alert and I paste in this secret code, or rather for those that's more techy, will be known as the webhook. It is linked to my subscriber group. So once this is done, they will receive this alert. So I will be sharing with them all these shortcuts. What does it mean? As for now, 4H is stand for a crab pattern, CB stand for a check back, not circuit breaker. Yeah. So waiting for it to come back up to the high for a shorting opportunity. And it is very very tight, as you can see. I would still suggest that placing your stops over here, because you won't want to have the candle have a long shadow touch the stop loss and came down, and that's when you will get very upset. The other trading method, have you seen over here, this yellow box is a buy zone. So right now for buy zone and sell zone, I will use a yellow channel to actually symbolize it, because I can set an alert on it. So once it touch these ends, or even within it, once the candle close, my guys will receive the alert. So what I can do, can any one of you just key in the answer and share why you take profit at target 1 and why you take profit on target 2? Why you take target 1 and why you take target 2? The answer is very simple and it's actually very straightforward. The reason we take targets over here, other than just taking profit, of course, is we believe that there's a certain chance that the market may reverse against us over here. As simple as that. So target 1 is my safe house. If you watch any zombie apocalypse, the storyline is all the same. Basically, there's a zombie apocalypse, and somehow a group of people, survivors, they will find a safe house. After they found the safe house, for whatever reason, they will just get out of the safe house, and that's when the story goes. Alright, so target 1 over here is my safe house. So yes, I want to get out of the safe house and reach my target 2. That's my final destination. This is where they will call it that this is the place that everyone live happily ever after. There's no zombie and stuff like that. So once it reached the target 1, what I can do a bit different from the zombie apocalypse is I can ensure that I will not die. Alright, I can add in armor that's so thick that I will never die. Why? This is my starting point. Alright, so I can shift my stop loss to my entry price. Got it? So once the market reach this price, I have took first target, and if it reverse against me, no profit, no loss. But if it hit towards my century, I will have this final profit level for this trade. Got it? Yep. Alright, so that is euro dollar. Let me just hide the indicator. So you will receive the indicator as long as you're active subscriber as well. Check out the link on TradingView. If you're watching a replay, then you can just visit our website, scan the QR code on the bottom right over here, and click products, and click trade ideas package. Got it? Okay, to the next pair, pound dollar. So we are going through a list from top to bottom, right to left, 2 times. The first time is we are doing the chart naked, meaning to say that no indicators or minimum indicators, but definitely no drawings. And the second round is with my analysis. Okay, on the daily chart. Unlike euro dollar, pound dollar have a very distinct trend. It is a bearish movement right now. Okay, bearish movement, a break and close below the support over here 1 time. Okay, and this is the second time. Alright, so right now the market has moving towards a retracement to the previous high over here, which I'm looking for a shorting opportunity. For those who have took our trade on pound dollar, and if you are still in the trade, kudos to you. This is a trade that give you about 1,200 pips. Okay, so that is what trading is about. Yeah, so this is also a point that I believe is a potential trend trading opportunity for people who are looking for shorting opportunity. So that is when I will look for my entry reasons, or rather my entry rules to engage for a shorting opportunity. And of course the immediate target will be here, 12443. It's a good 300 pips profit. Alright, and of course another one will be at 12208. If you are not too adventurous, look left, there's support level over here as well. Okay, so just two levels in this time is closer to each other, but even that is 200 pips apart. Alright, so down to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, you can see this crazy undying uptrend movement even after a very long sideways consolidation and the first dip that happened. Alright, so just wait out a bit to the next level high before for a shorting opportunity. Alright, this is the 1-hour chart. A very bullish movement. On the 1 hour is a bullish run on pound. So back to the daily, and let me share with you my analysis. My analysis on the daily chart, there's this bullish curve pattern. That's why we engage the trade. Huge profits. So waiting for another trading opportunity, waiting out right now. Down to the 4-hour chart, this is what we have. Market double bottom, went all the way up, consolidate, break and close below, and continue to head higher. Alright, even if break it close below, it actually did not break the buying price, so it's pretty amazing. Down to the 1-hour chart. Okay, so on the 1-hour chart, for traders who are still looking for buying opportunity, as I've mentioned, this yellow box is your buy zone, and of course there is a trend line over here. So of course this is where trading get a bit interesting. The psychology of traders who are in the trade will wish that the market will not break and close below this trend line, because this trend line shows the strength of the upwards movement. Traders who are not in the trade would love it to go as close as the bottom. That means 1.2527 as close as here, 1.2524 as close as here, maybe do a double bottom and stuff like that, candle confirmation and heading for a buy. Okay, so if you are still waiting for a trading opportunity, it's fine. Just wait for a confirmation, a 3-bar reversal to make sure that the trend still stand before engage the trade. It's okay to miss, but not to enter a trade that got you into a what you call dilemma. Yeah, great. Alright, so to the next pair, dollar yen. Dollar yen also a very interesting pair. So we have been breaking new highs over here. This was the previous high. Then if we trace upwards, this is a new high. Okay, and it keep on making high. So it was a bullish trend until this bearish movement happened. A bit like a euro dollar on the daily chart right now, there isn't a distinctive trend. Market retraces, have a magic candle, came back down, retest the support level, and it just have a bit of indecision right now. Can you see? Slightly longer shadow on the downside. Down to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, this is the previous trend that have this bearish run. Market break and close above the chart one time over here. Came down and have not give a very distinctive trend at this moment as well. So a potential harmonic pattern forming up a bullish setup. To the 1-hour chart, have you spotted anything yet? So let's look at the trend. This was the trend that have an upwards movement. Okay, market break and close below, sell zone over here. Okay, back to daily chart. Let me share with you my analysis. Daily chart, no trading opportunity based on my trading rules. 4-hour chart, this bearish bad pattern to stand. In fact, there is another pattern that actually start to form. Have you spotted it? Low to high. Okay, the tricky part is right now it does not give a very rather distinctive setup. All right, what have I done? Okay, so it is another bullish bet in the waiting, in the making. So one thing you have to take note that it is not a bet until it touches the D price. And I'm doing a shortcut. In fact, there are about 19 rules and to draw a correct bet pattern. So right now I'm using 17 of it, and there are or rather 16 of the rules, 16 17 of the rules. This will be around the price that it can reverse 102.23. Let's say it come down to that price. It's a potential buying opportunity over here. Of course, once the trade got a bit near, then I'll share it with my subscriber, and of course I'll give a accurate level than an estimate level. All right. The H4 bet pattern. Okay. Got it. To the 1 hour chart. So 1 hour chart, we have something that is more immediate. Would be this crab pattern. It's a bit of contradiction over here, where we have this support line that is very important. Market shouldn't break and close below. However, a crab pattern can only be formed at 106.76 as per rules. All right. Yeah. So when you see there's a rectangle, that means the pattern. Personally, I've checked all 3 levels. That's how you get this rectangle over here. The correct way of trading it is for the weight to come all the way down, touch the furthest line, went back up, touch the earliest line. Preferably a 3-bar reversal happen over here. And personally, I would like for the market to come back down, and of course with this arrow over here, then I'll engage for a buying opportunity. So not just that it will give me a good reward is the risk ratio, it also increase the probability of the profitability of the trade. Okay, so that is dollar yen. Very interesting. I'm watching very closely on this. So even the overall trend is bearish, my take why I still trade at a counter trend trade, because first, I'm a born counter trend trader, meaning to say that my nature, the way I trade by default, I'm counter trend trading. In the past 16 years ago, when I see market is going high, I am looking to sell. When market is going low, I'm looking to buy. Okay, that's my trading nature, and I love breakout trades. The second part, or rather the second thing, is the harmonic pattern is built on a counter trend engagement. I'm not saying that you can't use for trend trading, you can. Okay, but the engagement of it is counter trend by nature. And over the years, I find that trades that give you the best reward is the risk ratio, apart from the breakout trades, which is high risk but a good reward is the risk ratio. The other one is a counter trend trade. It will give you a great reward is the risk ratio. Okay, so that's that. Waiting for a buying opportunity over here, but definitely I will need to see some form of candle confirmation, something like this, 3-bar reversal. Even with that, with this arrow, it's not everything, yeah. But that would be a setup I'm waiting at. Especially it break and close below the support line. Okay, so it will have to create a new low. For traders who are my students, would know that even we miss this level based on this crab pattern, we will have another level to enter, and that give us a even better reward is the risk ratio. That's what we call a updated, or rather enhanced or optimized way of trading the pattern. So I'm not in a hurry. I have to see what I need to see over here before I engage a trade. Got it? Just curious if any of our active subscribers are live right now with me. You can just punch them in on a trading view. Just curious. Yep. Alright, so to the next pair. Euro yen on the daily chart, this is quite a junk over here, but in fact, if I tell you there's a trading opportunity over here and a pretty good one, will you believe it? Let's move out to the weekly. Alright, so this is why the consolidation area over here, you can see a lot of alerts I have set. Personally, by looking at this candle alone, I don't think this week we will see any buying opportunity, perhaps the following week. Okay, I do see some strong and crazy bearish movement, but I'll just follow my rules. If the candle come in and it does give me a good confirmation, I'm happy to really check it out and engage the trade. Down to the 4-hour chart, you can see also likewise a more bearish than bullish candle setup. To the 1-hour chart, this is what we have. A bit of indecision candle 20 minutes down the road. If this is what happened, then we have a magic candle happen, and it's on the previous low. So I realized that there are a couple of pairs. Canada yen also have something that's similar. So it's a yen appreciation that causes this yen go up, euro go down, yen go up, Canada go down. So that's one way of quick analysis that I do. And of course, you do observe that some of the pairs is repetitive. That means I have euro over here, but I treat it pretty much individual, and I've seen many times, too many times for me. So I can share that the correlation is no longer as strong as before. So let me share with you my analysis. On the weekly chart, there's this bullish bet that I have. That got me all focused on the buying opportunity of this pair. Okay, so because of that, yeah, I am a bit like all crazy about this. To the daily chart. Okay, so on the daily chart, we can see that there is this shark pattern. It has really reached the first target. Second retest, that means over here is a type 2. Here is a check back. Check back is if it have not touched the first target, it came down, is a check back. So actually it has actually go to the type 3 already. So over here it came out, touched the targets, came down, traders will enter again, touch the target again, and you exceeded a bit, and it came down. That's over here, engagement is type 2. This is a type 3 already. Right now we are having a type 3 check back. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Currency, we can even go to type 3. So let's see how it goes, man. Finger crossed. So one thing you can see that is very interesting. Even over here we have a very strong bearish candle, straight down, for days. Let's say it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday down again, and Tuesday reverse. Okay, so likewise, patterns do repeat itself. Let's see how it goes. If over here I do see a confirmation, or rather an indecision candle with a confirmation candle, I'll still engage the trade because the reward is the risk is just amazing. Down to the 4-hour chart, this is what we have. Bullish bad pattern. He has went up, took out target 1, came back down. And guys, these are profits in pips that is quite a substantial one. We are talking about 200 pips. I don't know whether is it a lot or it's not a lot compared to you, but it's something that's pretty normal over here. The way we trade, because we trade on the daily 4-hour and 1-hour chart. We are in the trade because we want to earn money and not because we just want to trade. Yeah, so that's one thing you really have to look into it. Are you in for it to earn money or just want to have fun and stuff like that? Okay, so I'm just hovering the chart to check why I do have a buy zone word that appear over here. Let me just delete it. Okay, so on the 1-hour chart, this is what we have. I think there was a previous buy zone, then the market break and close below the low one time. Another break, it will bring the opportunity down or equal distance move towards the downside. Okay, so this could happen. So you really have to set aside 30 minutes a day to practice, so you are able to see things like this. You can see trends like this, and I pretty much see it right now together with you, you know. Of course, today I do have the time and luxury to do a pre-market analysis, but just now as I'm running the trades with you, or rather the charts with you, this is exactly what I see. Okay, so EJ, H1, ABCD pattern. So I have just spotted it just like that. Of course, there is another route which I'll convert it to something that look like this later. So I'll draw something like this. Okay, as an ABCD pattern, but I'm very strict on ABCD pattern, so let's see how it goes. The advantage of this is a combination with structure and a combination with a previous pattern. Alright, are you guys still with me? Let me just change it to blue. Yeah, last thing I want is for this thing to appear everywhere, so I have to make sure that only the correct time frame, or rather the time frame that I spotted, the valid time frame, it will appear. Apart from that, I don't want to see it. Okay, right. To the next pair. So pound yen on the daily chart, this is what we have. Market has this break and close below the low price over here, but let us just trace the market on the daily chart. Last bearish movement, market break above over here, break and close below, break and close below. So it's on bearish run. Very similar to the pound dollar. Over here, you can wait for a shorting opportunity as a trend trading opportunity. So I'll be a bit patient. I'm also waiting for it. My livelihood depends on this, but I just have to wait for a good setup before I can enter. Market is pretty sideways over here. It's just like doing like meow like that. Alright, so we just have to wait for a more confirmed, either a touch of the previous high for a shorting opportunity, or a confirmed break retracement before I engage the trade. To the 1 hour chart, this is what we have on the 1 hour. Nothing interesting. If you are a band trader, you love you like Bollinger Band, this harmonic band is even better. Let us see what are the potential over here, right? So it's about 84 pips in and out. I don't mind to have this as my income for my daily expenses. So you can pretty much write it down. Pound yen, 1 hour chart, you can trade the band. That's what I'm going to do on my whiteboard. Okay, band trading is quite fun, especially it is when it is a sideways movement. And to trade this band, definitely you need this software. So just click the link and complete the registration. I'll just guide you through the installation as fast as I can. So a good setup is, or rather a minimum setup is, you have to touch the inner line. Okay. A better setup will be you have to touch the extreme. Your target is always to the opposite side of the inner line. And a setup like this, having this, of course your stop loss will be outside the outer line. Okay, so profits wise, it will be on the other end over here. Okay, so as market move, it will move. Okay, so you don't need to check hour by hour because it will not have drastic move over. But every day maybe you check about 3 times, should be more than enough. Or if you're a bit more hardworking, you can check about 6 times. Hi Kelvin. Alright, so you can check about 6 times. So as market move to this level, your trade is still on, but you might just have to shift your target to somewhere over here. 13468. Okay, so over here in the market, touch 13468. Your profits for this trade, let's say you have engaged the trade over here. The arrow appear, you wait for a re-engagement of the previous high. Manage a short over here. And your target is as the market move, maybe you exited somewhere over here, 79 pips, not too bad. Alright, likewise for buying, if you engage from here, okay, after it came back and retest, because you won't want to enter the trade once it's halfway gone, right? You wait for a retest as long as it's never touched the other side, Your target will be all the way here. Market came up, have this down arrow already. Okay, let's say you have not out yet, you still hold on to the trade. The next time it come back up and retest this arrow, you should exit from here. So this is your exit price, 135.35. 135.35, they're about minus 1 pip. Okay, so where was the arrow was here, so maybe engage over this price, about 68 pips after minus the 1 pip. So not too bad, right? 68 pips, guys. I don't know about you, but this is one thing you can think about. All right, my analysis. Okay, on the daily chart, pound yen, looking for a selling opportunity over here. To the 4-hour chart, I keep this selling opportunity throughout. To the 4-hour chart, I'm waiting for a shorting opportunity over here. To the 1 hour, let's see if we have anything. So as we are loading the chart, sometimes this happens. Just do a bit of shout out. Kelvin is our analyst as well. Every day about 10:30 a.m. he actually commit to do analysis, market analysis in Cantonese. All right, so people out there who are from Hong Kong, KL, or prefer Cantonese, you can definitely join his session. Okay, great. All right, so on the 1 hour chart, we have this rising wedge. Managed to engage and short at this amazing high price. Yeah, because of the wedge respecting the trend line over here, so I have shorted the market. Right now still holding to this trade because it has not give me any rules not to be in it. All right, so I have really shorted over here. Okay, so still waiting out. Running about 40 plus pips profit if I'm not wrong, maybe right now more than that, about 60 already. Let's do a quick measurement. Okay, 81 pips. Yay! Yay! Alright, so really seriously waiting for this break of the support. In fact, at this price, I can choose to enter again. Can you see? Arrow, appear, magic candle. I can choose to enter again at this level. Alright, but I would prefer a break and close below this line. And the retracement before I enter the trade. You know how I can do it? I don't stare at the chart, guys. 12 pairs with 3 time frame, that's 36 time frames in total, Oh shit. It's crazy for me to stare at the chart, you understand? So what I will do is, because I'm waiting for the extreme to happen, I will draw a horizontal line over here. Change it to blue. Make sure the visibility is just 1 hour. Okay. And I'll do this. It's not perfect, but that's what I can have. If you are even more you want to have a more accurate level, you can even set it you can push the trend line one pip lower. That's another way. Pound yen, H1, break, support, wait for retest to short. When I put a question mark, definitely is for me to reanalyze when that happened. Alright, so what I can do, I can turn on the data window by the side, look at the number, look at the low price. Okay, 13450. I can do 13449 if I want to. So 13449. Okay, and I only receive the alert once the candle close. So not quite sure if Ninja Trader can do this kind of alert, but TradingView definitely can, and this is one of the reasons why I subscribe to them. Alright, so yeah, pound yen. Okay, to the next pair. Any of my BNI friends are in this live session right now, please do a shout out. I'm just interested to know as well. To the next pair, New Zealand yen. Daily chart, very bearish movement, and over here there's a chunk of junk over here. Very bearish movement. Can wait for a retest of the previous high before you head in for any aggressive shorting opportunity. Of course, the other way is for more seasonal trader, you can draw a trend line from here all the way, touching as many points, or even from here, touching as many points as possible. Once a break and close below of that line, you can look for a shorting opportunity down to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is what we have. Okay. Pretty bearish, huh? The tone. To the 1-hour chart. Oh, amazing. So we have a new sell zone over here. Let's see. Yep, this is the one that broke, have a bullish trend movement, the last day of the bullish trend movement. So this is a support. Market break and close below the low, 1 time, 2 time, done. So this is the new sell zone. Let's see if I've drawn it. If not, I'll be drawing it now. Alright, on the daily chart, this is the bullish crab pattern. Traders who have engaged it at the hop level, wonderful. If you have not, well, it's fine, just wait. So this is the level that I'm talking about. And let me see. Trend line is a delicate art, and it really depends on individual traders how you plot it. Sometimes you have to break certain rules to make it good. You might have to ignore some of the trend lines, and this is really the part that differentiate one trader to another. Yeah, so this is the art part. You just need to have a consistent practice and numbers and figures to tell you. But the way that I draw is to touch as many of the bottoms, that means the low or the high, as possible, and as far do not cut the candles without any unnecessary reason of cutting it. So once this is done, and always I link it to the nearest one and rather than the latest one. Okay, and I have to make a judgment call if I have to skip this, because if I join here to here, I'll miss the point over here. And over here it has already bounced, so I will take the bounce level. Okay, and I'll add an alert over here likewise. If you're using TradingView to add alerts, the time frame that you are adding the alert is very important, because it will be based on that time frame. If I add this on 1 hour, then they will start to observe every 1 hour break, which that's not what I want. Alright, so I make it available for me to view on other time frames. Doesn't mean that I want my alert to get triggered on every time frame. Got it? Let me just hey, what have I done? Never mind. NJD1 TL break. It's always a good practice to key in the time frame. Yeah, so if there's any error that happen or whatsoever, at least you receive a notification. Visibility for now I want to see on the 4 hour as well, not so much for the 1 hour. Okay, so this happened since yesterday. I seen that this kind of thing happen. If it happened, it could be because the internet is taking too much bandwidth and it can't send the order of this alert through. So yeah, if this happen again, which it did, I will just write it on my whiteboard. Once the live session is out, I will set the alert in. Okay, and this alert will be sent straight to my subscribers. So once they receive these alerts, and if they are seasoned traders, they can come up with a trading rules or strategies based on that. Okay, so this is how it looked like on the 4 hour chart. Still not so bad. Okay, so it seems like it's going to break based off the 4 hour chart. 1 hour, I've said something like aggressive sell. Just now, Okay, let's see. Yeah, so instead of aggressive sell, it's actually a sell zone. Okay, what do I mean by aggressive sell? That means if I don't see any particular confirmed trend, and based on the previous retracement, and if the trend is not in yet, then when it doesn't have a trend and you engage a trade, you are higher risk compared to those who have seen a confirmed trend. Make sense to you? So let me just do a bit of adjustment over here. So the one thing that I'm not very happy with this trading view is this channel. Of course, the channel is not being used for this kind of purpose, but I use it because the rectangle can't set alert. So yeah, so maybe I'll feedback to them and see if they can make the changes. Okay, so I always do a bit of double job over here. Okay, right click, add parallel. I remember there's a error issue. Never mind, let's try NJH1 sell zone. Okay, done. Let's see how it goes. If it pop-ups again, then I'll just have to add on to my thing. Okay, just hide the analysis. Yep, can't be done. Great. To the next pair first. New Zealand dollar, bearish trend. Okay. Let's see if this candle close over here this way. Bearish engulfing. This is what we call a confirmation of a bearish setup. Right now with the arrow, and of course the preferred setup on the future day setup based on the support resistance. It's good to wait for a retest back to 61. 0.6104. Okay, so it's about 80 pips away, 70-80 pips away. So waiting for a retracement before you short it. And of course here will be the first level of profits, and followed by here as the second level. Okay, so down to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, this is what we have. Bearish movement. Market is still within the bearish movement. In fact, if you test a previous high, traders who manage to short it over here, wonderful. Traders who have not, then it's quite a pity. Although I have not engaged this trade personally, I'm waiting for a check back on this. I think it's this trade, right? I have posted to my community already yesterday under Trade Ideas Educator. So if you are watching a playback, check it out. I really post it there. I even give a stop loss and potential target level. It's just that it's not the thing that I need to see is not formed yet. That's why I have not engaged the trade. Yeah. Okay. So even I shared that I engage a trade under the Trade Ideas, it's not for you to follow blindly. You just have a look of what I wrote on the trading view, and at the same time my entry stops and targets, and from there you make your own decision if you are going to trade. Alright, so based off the daily chart, it seems like this is it. My favorite setup, Gartley pattern, or rather deep Gartley pattern complete at X. So to many harmonic pattern traders, they don't trade this. They find that this is violated. To me, this gives me the most perfect reward is the risk ratio. Okay, so and based off my currency pair and the time frame I'm trading, from my experience, is one of the higher probability and higher profitability setup to the 4-hour chart. This is a setup that I was sharing with you yesterday. So I have this confirmation. I was waiting for a retest before engage the trade. The retest never come in. Alright, so at least not now yet. Waiting for it to happen. Market has go into a buy zone over here, and of course I allow the 4-hour butterfly to be showed up over here. Okay, as we have mentioned, the chart was moving on a bullish trend. Okay, so let's see how it react at this zone over here. But as for now, I'm waiting for a check back. You can see that pending order was placed, and I was waiting for a retest over here to short it. Okay, so if this trade is a miss, how do I know that this trade is a miss? It went to target 2. That's when you know that you missed this trade already. Of course, you can wait for a retracement back to entry, but my experience with butterfly, once it starts target 2, that's it. Okay, to the next pair, Australia dollar. We do not have much things over here, so we go a bit faster. Australia dollar on the daily chart, bearish movement. So I'll just share a few my analysis. There is a bearish bet over here, 65, 68, for a shorting opportunity back into the previous sell zone. To the 4-hour chart, this is what I have on the 4-hour chart. Is already break and close above the previous sell zone. So let me just remove this for now. The bearish trend based on the daily chart is started from here. So there's no break of the trend yet, but of course we do see that this tick over here, alright, might give us a ascending triangle setup. Let's see how it goes. Or rather, it's a V-shaped reversal. H1 chart, you have broken the very aggressive trend line over here. We call it the accelerated trend lines. So right now, waiting for this level to really alarm off to decide if you are going to make any trade engagement. And you have seen that I already set an alert over here. Okay. Yep. So 2 ways to trade this kind of trend lines is either you wait for a buying opportunity over here, or a break and close below the low of this trend line, a retracement, and continue for a heading for a aggressive shorting opportunity. To the next pair, Australia CAD, we have something over here, so we walk through the time frame. Bearish movement, market break and close above the high. If you read this as one trend, then the trend is not broken yet. Okay, so bearish trend. To the 4-hour chart, based off the 4-hour chart, let's see one bearish movement over here. So trend is not broken yet, suppose. Yep, it's not broken yet. All right, so some form of bearish confirmation. If you want a further confirmation, you might want to wait for a break and close below the low 88.28 before retracement. To the 1-hour chart, this is what we have. Back to daily, let me share with you my analysis. So my analysis on the daily chart, there is a bullish or rather a bearish crab pattern at a much higher price. 96.99, so it's about 97 flat. So it's not just the strategy that matters. It really depends on where the trading opportunity ends and stuff like that. So let's see about 97 level, which is somewhere over here. Do you see any support and resistance? Over here? Yep, some minor levels. Okay, so to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, there was this sideways consolidation. Did I share with you that when there's a consolidation, definitely there is a breakout. A breakout happened. So I'm waiting for a retracement back into the zone for a buying opportunity. Okay, so based off the 1-hour chart, is a bullish trend right now. So I can wait for the market to have a minimum like a double bottom for a buying opportunity as well. Okay. To the next pair. Three more pairs will end it. So by the end of dollar CAD, if you have any questions, please punch them in. If not, I'll just hit in for a close of this session once I'm done. Based off the daily chart on dollar CAD, a very descending triangle feel, right? Inverted descending triangle. Alright, so it start to have a bit of 3-bar reversal over here. But it's quite a pity. If it fall a bit more, that will be even better. Later I'll share with you why. So bullish trend on the daily chart 4-hour chart bullish trend as well, because the starting point is over here. Okay, or rather the move that have this bullish movement. All right, based on the 1-hour chart, we have a lot of, this was the support, it's not broken yet, so it's still on a bullish trend. All right, amazing dollar cat. Let me just share with you my analysis. Head down to the 4-hour chart, you have this bullish back pattern. Likewise, a sideways consolidation. Market did retest the high, but at the time the previous low was here, and the reward is to risk wasn't very good. All right, so didn't engage the trade. It's fine. So we will just wait for another trading setup. So since this is over, we can just remove it. Okay, so on the 4-hour, if you have seen just now, if not, I can just head back to the 4-hour chart. Sorry about that. All right, so to the 4-hour chart, you see that there's a bullish bet. That's why I say that the reversal came a bit too early. If it come at 1.3731 is better. To the 1-hour chart, let's see, there was a butterfly, and in fact it was also almost hit a back pattern, but it just, yeah, trend line break. This is what we have. Okay, so later we can have a look. Pound dollar, after we are done with this and we jump to pound dollar, come back to cat yen. All right, so sadly right now, over here, this is the area that I can wait for aggressive selling opportunity. Let's see. I'm tracing the market to make sure. Yep, correct. This is the sell zone for a shorting opportunity. So I'll be watching closely how to engage for a shorting opportunity. Okay, so minimum a double top, because there isn't any bearish harmonic pattern. So just now we have an alert talking about pound dollar H1 back to the trend line. Yep, so it touches the trend line. So if you don't want to receive alert like every tick, what you can do is to make sure that when you edit, it show once per bar close. Not sure if this can be sent over, because just now, as you can see, we face some technical issue, right? Yep, so if it pop back up, then I have to do the change and edit later. Okay, yep, as expected. Okay, so I can just let me see. If it just disappear, I will just go and do it again. It's fine. Let's see, double check. Alert is still there. It's fine. All right, so to the second last pair, Canada yen. So I take it as there's no questions on trading view. Canada yen bearish movement. Market retest the previous high very nicely, and it start to slip down again. Can see a series of higher low candle start to appear, so won't be too surprised if you see a break towards the upside. You can draw a trend line as well. So I feel that this period is a lot of trend lines and support resistance, those kind of trades. For our chart, bearish movement. Okay, remain bearish right now, though we have a series of higher low. Take note. Down to the 1 hour. This is what we have on the 1 hour. Back to daily. Let me share with you my analysis. Alright, so my analysis on the daily, nothing much. Down to the 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart, pound cat. Okay, we'll take a look. Alright, so 4 hour chart, we'll take a look after pound Aussie. Yeah. So these are all the support and resistance I'm looking at. The immediate support has been broken. To the 1 hour, this is what I want to share with you. Okay, so on the 1 hour chart, this was the immediate support, and I was looking at. Right now we have a break and close below the low, waiting for another break to determine a sell zone, but most probably I'll draw a trend line over here, and for this purpose of the trend line, it can be used on all time frame. Alright, so this is for me to observe if there's a break and close below. Okay, so usually I will just use one time frame, but in this case, let's see on the 1 hour chart how the market reacts over here. Okay, to the next pair, Pound Aussie. Seems like nothing much on Pound Australia right now, so we'll just share trend straight away. Very crazy uptrend movement. Finally, a retest of the previous support, and right now a reversal that happened. To the 4 hour chart, this is what we have. We attempt to engage this trade aggressively with very tight stop. Market came down, flirt with our stops and reverse. Pretty normal in fact, but we have to obey our trading rules at the time. So right now, once we have this confirmation, once the 4 hours candle is done, which is about 1 hour and 45 minutes from now, I will wait for a retrace or retest of the previous low for a buying opportunity alert has already set to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so for traders who are looking for a selling opportunity, this is the sell zone that you can wait for. Once the alert trigger, you can hit in for a shot. Okay, to the pound cat, BNCO, are you still there? What's your thoughts of Pound Canada? You can share your analysis over here. Alright, so pound dollar on the daily chart. Bearish movement, above, bullish trend. Last leg of the bullish trend, keep on went bullish. The first break. So right now, market do not have the distinctive trend. But based on the recent market movement, you can see it's more bearish than bullish. So what can happen at 1.7589, which already happened, can wait for a retest of the high for a shorting opportunity. Okay. To the 4 hour chart, there's no prevailing trend on the daily chart. So if you're trend traders or you need a more confirmed trends, I would say on the daily chart, you just wait out, don't do anything first. Let's see over here. Bearish trend, last trend of the bearish trend happens over here. It was a bearish trend until here. Then market dig a break and close above. It has not break and close above 17795. Likewise, 4 hours do not have a distinctive trend also. To the 1 hour chart, bearish movement, previous high, broken once. So likewise on the 1 hour chart, there isn't any distinctive trend. So let me just get my assistant to help me to spot for any potential setup. So if I were you, I will not trade this pair because spoiled by choices. There are so many other things you can trade that have a distinctive trend. Okay. Right now we are looking in our toolbox to see if there's anything that the system or rather the software picked up. On the 4 hour chart, definitely there is this arrow over here. Of course, you see, bearish bad pattern that somehow we didn't pick up because the B and C point rules for myself, I need to be 3 candles away. But anyway, the software did pick this up. Amazing. Okay, if you manage to engage 7677, you have already reached your first target. So if you have to ask yourself, how serious are you in trading, you know? So this is 352 pips, no? Stop loss 330 pips because of the volatility. So if you have Pound Canada on your list, then I would say that it's good not to trade Pound Australia, Pound Franc, Pound New Zealand, Yeah, so pound dollar is definitely the most gentle throughout all the other pound pairs. I'm talking about the eight main majors. Pound yen slightly bigger volume, volatility. Pound Australia move as crazy as other of its five other siblings. All right, so take note, you only choose one of the five siblings. Okay, so I choose pound Australia, so that's why I won't trade pound cat. Okay, but Kelvin over here, he do analysis on pound cat as well. um so it's a trend over pips, you know. So if you trade one stand contract is 3,000 over dollars and you find that it is helpful, you can check out the link at the on top, because right now we do include the online education that will teach you how to identify a trend and stuff like that. I already paste the link. It's for limited time only, to help people with this COVID-19. And let's see if we have any 1 hour chart set up. We can remember the entry price over here, 1.7678. Okay, so see, this is a smaller bet pattern, touches target 1. So guys, if you are trading harmonic, and that's only provided you are equipped with the right knowledge, okay, and you know about structure trading, 91 pips. You can pretty much, once you see this, right, that happen, you can draw a line over over here, okay, and you can draw another line over here at the target 1. Okay, of course, when you see that this kind of double top happen, you can drag it higher once it happen, and you observe from there. So it start to bounce off, correct? Bounce off, close enough, went back up, short. Because of this arrow, can short over here. Target still here, so you hit this level. Okay, so let us see. First time you hit, right, 90 over pips. Second time you miss. This one you miss by a bit. Alright, but if you don't disturb it, or you only manage to enter over here, 114 pips one time, buy up, arrow, buy up 2 time, 3 time, 4 time. Is this good or good? 4 times 114, how much do you earn? $400 and $456 pips plus the first 90 pips is 640 pips. Alright, just with the same entry, stops, and targets. Alright, so wow, why are you shorting pound cat at 1.71 and you're still in the trade? You short from here and you're still in the trade. Why is that so? You know, this is one of the very common thing that happen. If you don't mind, I just share a bit. Please don't take it personally. And I applaud you for the courage of sharing. Trade not engaged yet. Oh, your short target. Great. Then that's great. That actually brought me to share on one of the thing is, a lot of people, definitely not you, is looking to learn online and stuff like that and try to figure out. Well, I started off pretty early. I started off 05 at that period. In my area or my region, Forex trading is not something that is very popular. In fact, I have to really look for the solution, or rather the methods and the opportunity to trade currency, and I didn't know it's Forex, you know. So I self-taught. Took me about 2-3 years to figure it out how to trade a bit here and there. Then thereabout, people started to ask me if I so people start to ask me if I conduct, do I have a forum or stuff like that. Then I start to do this sharing of my trades. At that time, I has already charged 200 USD, and 3 years ago I restart this again, you know. So whatever I'm doing right now is I start to reflect how I started off 12 years ago running as a business. 16 years ago I started trading. So I've been doing this for a bit. So if you ask me, I really wish to have a community that have trainers that is supportive and helping me through the lesson and learning and stuff like that, you see. Yeah, all right. So yep, that's that. All right, great. Yeah, so for currency pairs that do not have an obvious trend, the bad thing about it is, let's say you are shorting or you are buying, you can find a support resistance zone, that's for sure, or at a minimum a support and resistance line, that's for sure, but you cannot extend your trades because it do not have a distinctive trend. The good thing about it is, if the market do not have a distinctive trend but it still hover between a support and resistance level, okay, that is when you can trade in and out as a sideway. Okay, got it? Yeah, it's okay, maybe due to connection, software, whatsoever. All right, so if you didn't catch that, you can watch it on our Facebook. I will be placing this playback tomorrow. Yeah, playback of the recording session. Let's say a bit earlier for you guys. I'll set 9 a.m. GMT for you guys. Okay, so if you're on my YouTube channel, then it will be tonight you received it. Yeah. Okay, so guys, that's all I have for you. Today we're running 1 hour and 12 minutes. I find that it's quite a good duration. During this period, COVID-19, for those who have missed earlier parts of the video, like to do a quick shout out. We do include a 1-day course. We are able to teach people how to trade efficiently and effectively within a day. Within a day, and this is a course that we started off in 2018. So it was a course that I'm charging at 1598 USD, but during this COVID-19, I'll put it as an inclusive training for those who are our active subscriber on Trade Ideas package. So check out my link on number 3. All right, so grab that fast. It comes with your software. All these additional costs, we bear it because it's our way of saying thank you for supporting us for more than a decade. And this is what we are going to do for you. Not quite sure the online training we will extend to new subscriber until which date, but right now is still active. Yeah, so click the link, complete registration, and looking forward to see you in the community soon. See you guys.